In the 8th month of autumn in the first year of Zhang Wu, Liu Bei led a great army eastward to attack eastern Wu. The army reached Kuei Pass and camped at Baidi City, while the vanguard had already advanced to Chuankou. A court attendant reported, "An envoy from Wu, Zhuge Jin, has arrived." Liu Bei ordered that he be brought in. Quan advised, "Zhuge Jin's younger brother Zhuge Liang serves as our prime minister in Shu. Since he has come personally, he must have important matters to discuss. Your Majesty might as well hear what he has to say. If his words make sense, we may accept them. If not, he can return and report to Sun Quan, so the world will know that our campaign against Wu has just cause." Liu Bei agreed and summoned Zhuge Jin into the city. Zhuge Jin entered and knelt in greeting. Liu Bei asked, "Ziyu, you have come from afar. What brings you here?" Zhuge Jin replied, "My younger brother has long served your Majesty, so I dare not fear death in coming here to speak about Jing province." When Lord Guan guarded Jing, the Marquis of Wu repeatedly proposed a marriage alliance, but Lord Guan rejected them all. Later, when Lord Guan attacked Xiangyang, Cao repeatedly wrote to Wu urging a surprise attack on Jing province. The Marquis of Wu originally refused. However, because Lu Meng and Lord Guan had long been at odds, Lu Meng acted on his own initiative and launched the attack that led to the tragedy. Now the Marquis of Wu deeply regrets what happened. The fault lies with Lu Meng, not with his original intention. Since Lu Meng has already died, the grievance should also end. Lady Sun has long missed her homeland, and Wu is willing to send her back. The surrendered generals can be bound and returned, and Jing province may also be restored to Shu. From then on, our two states can renew their alliance and jointly attack Cao Pi to restore justice to the Han dynasty. When Liu Bei heard this, he flew into a rage. "Wu killed my sworn brother, and now you dare come with honeyed words to persuade me?" Zhuge Jin calmly replied, "Allow me to discuss the greater priorities of the realm. Your Majesty is a member of the imperial Lu clan. Now that Cao Pi has usurped the throne, he should be the first target of punishment. Yet your Majesty abandons the greater cause of the empire for the private vengeance of a sworn brother. That is choosing a small righteousness over a great one. The Central Plains are the heart of the empire, and the two capitals are the foundation of the Han dynasty. Instead of recovering them, your Majesty fights only for Jing province. That is abandoning the important for the trivial. Everyone in the world knows your Majesty proclaimed yourself emperor in order to revive the Han. Yet now you do not attack Wei but instead campaign against Wu. I fear this is not appropriate." These words only made Liu Bei angrier. He shouted, "The murder of my brother is a hatred that cannot exist under the same heaven. If you ask me to stop this campaign, it will only happen after I die. If not for the sake of Prime Minister Zhuge Liang, I would have executed you at once. Go back and tell Sun Quan to wash his neck and await death." Seeing that Liu Bei would not listen, Zhuge Jin had no choice but to return to Jiangdong. After Zhuge Jin left, Zhang Zhao said to Sun Quan, "Zhuge Jin knew Shu's army was strong. He may have used this mission as an excuse to defect to Shu. I fear he will not return." Sun Quan replied confidently, "Ziyu and I share a bond of life and death. I would never betray him, nor he me. When Zhuge Liang once came to Wu, I considered keeping Zhuge Jin here. But he said that since his brother already served Liu Bei, he himself could not serve two masters. Such a man would never betray me. Our friendship cannot be broken by outsiders." Before he finished speaking, someone reported that Zhuge Jin had returned. Sun Quan laughed and said, "See? Was I not correct?" Zhang Zhao withdrew in embarrassment. Zhuge Jin then reported that Liu Bei refused all peace proposals. Sun Quan was alarmed. If that is the case, Jiangnan will be in danger. At that moment, the official Zhao Zi stepped forward and said, "I have a strategy to resolve this crisis." Sun Quan asked, "What strategy?" Zhao Zi replied, "Your Majesty can temporarily submit to Wei and send me as envoy to Cao Pi. If Wei attacks Hanzhong, she will be threatened from both front and rear, and will not be able to focus on attacking Wu." Sun Quan was delighted. "An excellent plan. But when you go, do not lose the dignity of Wu." Zhao Zi answered firmly, "If I show the slightest discourtesy, I will throw myself into the river and die." Sun Quan immediately sent a memorial declaring submission to Wei, and dispatched Zhao Zi to the capital at Shudu. When Zhao Zi arrived, he first met ministers such as Jia Su. The next day in court, Jia Su reported, "An envoy from Wu, Zhao Zi, has arrived with a memorial." Cao Pi laughed. "They want to borrow our strength to repel Shu." He ordered Zhao Zi brought in. After reading the memorial, Cao Pi asked, "What kind of ruler is Sun Quan?" Zhao Zi replied, "He is a wise, benevolent, and capable ruler of great strategy." Cao Pi smiled. "Are you not praising him too highly?" Zhao Zi answered, "Not at all. Trusting Lu Su shows his intelligence. Promoting Lu Meng shows his discernment. Sparing the captured Eugene shows his benevolence. Taking Jing province without great bloodshed shows his wisdom. Holding Jiangdong while watching the empire shows his strength. And now submitting to Wei shows his strategic foresight." Cao Pi then asked, "Does Sun Quan enjoy reading?" Zhao Zi said, "Though he commands vast armies, he still studies the classics and histories whenever he has time, grasping their essential meaning rather than memorizing them like a mere scholar." Cao Pi continued, "What if I attacked Wu?" Zhao Zi replied, "A great state has armies for attack, a small state has strategies for defense." Cao Pi asked again, "Does Wu fear Wei?" Zhao Zi answered, "With great rivers as natural defenses and hundreds of thousands of soldiers, what is there to fear?" Finally, Cao Pi asked, "How many men like you exist in Wu?" Zhao Zi replied, "Men like me are countless, and there are dozens far wiser." Cao Pi sighed with admiration. "You truly deserve the praise of an envoy who brings no disgrace to his mission." He then issued an edict appointing Sun Quan as king of Wu and granting him the 9 bestowments, sending the envoy Xing to deliver the decree. Minister Lu Yi advised Cao Pi to seize the opportunity and attack, while Shu was also invading. Cao Pi refused, saying it would discourage others from submitting if he attacked someone who had already surrendered. Instead, he preferred to let Wu and Shu weaken each other. Thus Xing and Zhao Zi were sent together to Wu. Sun Quan was discussing defenses against Shu when word arrived that an envoy from Wei had come to grant him the title of king. Gu Yong advised him not to accept the title. Sun Quan replied, "Liu Bei once accepted titles from Xiangyu. This is only a temporary measure." He led his officials outside the city to receive the envoy. The Wei envoy Xing, proud of representing the imperial court, rode his carriage directly through the gate without dismounting. Zhang Zhao angrily rebuked him, forcing him to descend. At that moment, someone cried out loudly, "We should be risking our lives to conquer Wei and Shu for our lord. Yet instead our lord must receive titles from another state. What a humiliation!" Everyone turned and saw that it was the General Su Sheng. Hearing this, Xing sighed quietly. With generals like these in Jiangdong, they will never remain subordinate forever. Soon after the ceremony, scouts reported that Liu Bei himself was advancing with a vast army, including tribal forces led by the barbarian King Shimok. The Shu navy had already moved out from Wukou, and the land army had reached Zigue. Sun Quan was deeply worried. After Zhou Yu came Lu Su. After Lu Su came Lu Meng. Now that Lu Meng is gone, who will share my burdens? A young general stepped forward and said, I am willing to lead troops to defeat Shu. It was Sun Huan, only 25 years old. Sun Quan agreed to send him with the veteran General Zhu Ran and 50,000 soldiers to resist the Shu army. The Shu vanguard led by Wu Ban advanced rapidly, and many Wu troops surrendered without fighting. Soon they reached Yidu, where Sun Huan had established his camp. The young Shu generals Guan Xing and Zhang Bao led the attack. Zhang Bao charged forward and fiercely challenged Sun Huan. In the battle, the Wu general Xie Jing was defeated, and Li Yi joined the fight. During the fierce fighting, the Wu officer Tan Xiong secretly shot an arrow that struck Zhang Bao's horse. The wounded horse threw him to the ground. Li Yi rushed forward to kill Zhang Bao, but suddenly a flash of red steel appeared. Guan Xing arrived in time and struck Li Yi down with a single blow, saving Zhang Bao. Wu's army was defeated. The next day the fighting resumed, and Guan Xing and Zhang Bao again defeated Sun Huan's troops. Zhang Bao killed Xie Jing, while Guan Xing captured Tan Xiong alive. The Shu army launched a night attack, surrounding the Wu camp. Another Wu officer, Cui Yu, was also captured. Sun Huan had no choice but to retreat with his remaining soldiers to Yiling, where he became surrounded by Shu forces. When Liu Bei heard of the victory, he executed the captured Cui Yu and rewarded the entire army, shaking the morale of Jiangnan. Sun Huan urgently sent for reinforcements. Sun Quan summoned his ministers and prepared to send major generals such as Han Dang, Zhou Tai, Pan Zhang, Ling Tong, and Gan Ning with a large army to rescue him. Gan Ning was seriously ill but still insisted on joining the campaign. Meanwhile, Liu Bei built more than 40 camps around the Yiling region, stretching for over 70 miles. Seeing the repeated victories of Guan Xing and Zhang Bao, Liu Bei sighed. My old generals who once followed me are now aged. But with these two young heroes, why should I fear Sun Quan? At that moment someone reported, the veteran General Huang Zhong has ridden east toward Wu with only a few men. Liu Bei laughed. Huang Zhong has not defected. I once said old generals were useless, and he refuses to accept being called old. He must have gone to challenge the enemy. Liu Bei therefore ordered Guan Xing and Zhang Bao to ride out and support him. Thus the story leaves us with the verse, the loyal old minister keeps his oath to serve his lord, while the young heroes strive to win glory for their land. What fate awaits Huang Zhong? That will be revealed in the next chapter. Summary. This chapter describes the early stage of Liu Bei's eastern campaign against Wu to avenge Guan Yu. Zhuge Jin attempts to persuade Liu Bei to make peace and restore the Shu Wu alliance in order to jointly oppose Cao Wei. However, Liu Bei's grief and anger over Guan Yu's death are overwhelming, and he rejects all proposals for reconciliation. Facing the powerful Shu invasion, Sun Quan adopts a pragmatic strategy and temporarily submits to Wei in order to gain political protection and strategic breathing room. Cao Pi, on the other hand, deliberately chooses a watch the tigers fight from the mountain strategy. By granting Sun Quan the title of King of Wu, he encourages Wu and Shu to exhaust each other while Wei waits for the right opportunity. On the battlefield, the Shu forces initially gain strong momentum. The young generals Guan Xing and Zhang Bao win several victories, defeat Sun Huan's troops, and surround Yiling. Meanwhile, Wu urgently mobilizes its veteran generals, Han Dang, Zhou Tai, Pan Zhang, Ling Tong, and Gan Ning, to reinforce the front lines. The chapter ends with Huang Zhong refusing to accept old age and riding out to challenge the enemy alone, foreshadowing further dramatic developments in the coming stages of the Yiling campaign. Knowledge points. The episode of Zhuge Jin traveling to Baidi city to persuade Liu Bei to stop the war is not clearly recorded in the historical text records of the Three Kingdoms, Sengguozi. Historical sources mention that Sun Quan attempted to ease relations with Shu after Guan Yu's death, but there is no detailed record of such a debate between Zhuge Jin and Liu Bei. This scene was likely expanded by the novelist to emphasize Liu Bei's overwhelming desire for revenge. The portrayal of Sun Huan's defeat in the novel differs significantly from historical records. In the novel, Sun Huan is repeatedly defeated by Xing and Zhang. His officers are killed, and he is eventually surrounded at Yiling. However, historical sources indicate that Sun Huan actually defended Yidao, near modern Yidu, quite successfully. Liu Bei's forces struggled to capture the city, showing that Sun Huan's defense was in fact effective. The novel reverses the outcome to make Shu's early campaign appear more triumphant. The many heroic achievements of Xing and Zhang are largely fictional. In the novel, they appear as worthy successors to Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, repeatedly defeating Wu generals in battle. In historical records, however, very little is known about them. Xing died relatively young, and Zhang also died early. There are no detailed records of their major achievements in the Battle of Yiling. Their exploits in the novel are mainly literary creations meant to continue the heroic legacy of their fathers. Huang Zhong's participation in the Yiling campaign is historically impossible. The novel describes Huang Zhong riding out to battle Wu despite his old age. In reality, Huang Zhong died shortly after the Battle of Mount Dingjun in 219, while the Battle of Yiling took place in 222, about 3 years later. Therefore, he could not have taken part in this campaign. This is another example of the novel adding dramatic tension by featuring famous veteran generals.